I wanted to tell you a funny story about health anxiety because I don't know if anyone here watching can relate, but sometimes my health anxiety can be pretty bad to the point where I can't handle it. I'm like, I can't handle this worry. Kill me because this is too much. Like, all these imagined fears of, oh, I'm going to get cancer soon without any evidence really for it. But I can get triggered a bit if there's talk about different celebrities who are either dying of cancer or have died of cancer, because those are the kind of stories that make it to the news. And then you hear 1 in 2 people will get cancer in their lifetime. You're like, fucking hell, 1 in 2? That's not good odds. I mean, it could be a lot of people get cancer and can overcome it either by having part of their body chopped off, or they treat it with chemo and whatnot, which no one would want to have to go through. And people might have different views on whether that's the approach they would take if they got cancer. Chemo, radiation, not great options still. So I think that's why it's so fearful in my mind, because I'm like, if I did get cancer, it's horrible. And if it spreads to your brain, but again, you have to ask yourself, if you have health anxiety, what is happening to me right now today? Not what am I imagining is a horrible worst case scenario if I was to get cancer, which I may not. I might be one of the two that doesn't. Bring it back to the present, say, what am I dealing with right now? But I think different things can trigger mine. And I was recently at the dentist, and whenever I used to go to the dentist as a kid, they would always be like, oh, your teeth are perfect. Have a lolly and a sticker. And because I've not seen a dentist consistently over the years, actually in the last 3 appointments, I've seen a different person at my dentist because there's been people leaving or moving about. And they've all gone, oh, you've got some recession on your gums. I'm like, yeah, I know. Everyone's told me. I'm already aware. But some of them can make you feel a little bit bad about it. Like, oh no, what are you doing? Like, do you know how to look after your teeth? Yes, I do. What I think it maybe was one, I have sort of long-term dry mouth. I have to drink quite a lot. And when I wake up in the morning, my mouth is very dry as a result of taking the drug Accutane, which I've talked about a lot in the past. Number two, I had Invisalign, which is orthodontic treatment, where my teeth were forced to move to look better aesthetically, but that can put pressure on your gum line. I'll show you what I mean. So that is my worst one. You can see it's kind of exposed. And then I'm thinking, oh no, if it gets worse, I don't want to lose my teeth. And another thing that they mentioned was that my molars were kind of grinded down a bit to the point where it's worse than normal for my age potentially, which is not what you want to hear. And I, for a long time, was thinking, how the hell am I getting away from being stressed, or getting away with being stressed all the time? Because it feels like I should be getting some health problems. And maybe it's slow and a trickle effect of, oh, you're grinding your teeth at night. Oh, you keep getting these headaches. Before a big boom, your body's given up. You're dying, mate. So then I was looking in the mirror a lot and going, oh God, like, they are a bit ground down. What am I going to do if they get really bad and then the denting gets exposed and I've lost all of my enamel and I have to have dentures? But again, that might not even be the case. Right now, I have teeth. They're in pretty good nick. I take good care of my teeth. I do eat more sugar than I should. But a lot of people do stuff they shouldn't. I don't smoke. I don't really ever drink alcohol. But anyway, I wanted to tell you something funny. I spent a good hour Googling different foot diseases, trying to figure out what the fuck is up with my feet, because I suddenly noticed, and I would have noticed, the day before, so it was like, this has happened today, what the fuck's up with my feet? Had these brown smudgy marks on my feet that looked like melanoma. If you go on Google, foot melanoma, that's what it looked like. So I'm like, I've got skin cancer on my feet. How? I don't know, because I wear socks and shoes most of the time when I'm outside. I don't really expose my feet to the sun. But I thought, oh, maybe because the rest of my body's been exposed, it somehow transferred to the foot. And I spent all day just worrying, like, what is up with my feet? There must be a reason for this. And then Ellen got home, she was at work, and I must have had the day off, or she was working on a weekend. I said, look at my fucking feet, like, what the fuck is this? And guess what she told me? She said, oh, I've got the same. You know that fake tan that I use? I must have sprayed a bit on the like wooden floor in the bathroom, and we've both stepped in it. And that made me just laugh so much at how I had completely blown that up in my own mind of, oh my god, I've got skin cancer, I'm gonna have to go to the doctor, to, oh, it's just fake tan. So for anyone else who can relate to having health anxiety, you've got to rein it in. It can be very hard because you're trusting your own judgment, and sometimes your own judgment doesn't know what it's doing. But I hope that gave you a laugh. I was literally like freaking out, like, what the fuck is this? What? It's not coming off. I tried to wipe it off. And a few days later, completely gone because fake tan. Very silly. Thanks for watching.